Why do some couples stay together without marriage? Did it once and dislike how it ended. No desire to do it again. It's illegal here. Edit, just to avoid from people arguing any further. Yes, it's about same-sex marriage. Because commitment isn't created by a contract, it's shown in how you show up every day. Some couples already have the trust, stability, and partnership, so marriage just feels like paperwork, not an upgrade. Because I don't want to. I've never heard a good reason why I should. We're happy, our families are happy, the government's happy, no legal or tax benefits. There's literally no reason why I feel like I should. 18 years checking in. Unmarried and child-free. We just figured out together that we don't have to do either of those things, so decided not to. It's as simple as that. Because my HIV care would go from being paid by government programs to costing me over $60,000 per year. If I lost that support, I'd probably get serious about robbing those manufacturing facilities. And my partner wouldn't like me doing that. Thank you all for your input, but please keep this thread respectful. People are sharing their testimony on why they chose an unmarried life, which was the point of this post, and shouldn't be attacked for it. I know this is the internet, but I opened the conversation out of a genuine wonder, without any judgment, and not to create chaos. The world is too chaotic right now, and we could all use a little more of compassion and comprehension. 3. Why are so many people in this thread arguing so frantically with the people who state their reasons for not choosing marriage? Some are really indignant about it, too. People who do this, what's it to you whether other people get married or not? And what are you hoping to prove by arguing that e.g. their commitment isn't real, etc.? We're already sexless co-parenting roommates, why pay extra? Me personally, I was a divorce paralegal for almost a decade, and having been divorced once myself, I don't see the point other than being able to share medical insurance coverage, yay American the shite hole. Also, by never remarrying, they'll be able to utilize my ex-husband's social security rating because we were married over 10 years and he makes $200K annually. If I were to remarry, I'd lose that. We don't feel the need to involve the state or a religious institution in our private commitment. To us, marriage is a legal contract, not a romantic one. If the relationship is strong, a piece of paper won't make it stronger. Just have no want or need of it. Together 17 years and counting now. Would rather spend my money on other things, like the house, or nice holidays. Not religious. I don't think there's a point of marriage anyway. I also wouldn't change my last name. Marriage won't change how we treat each other. Can't afford to cohabit with my disabled partner. Honestly, because I've already been married twice, we're going on 9 years now, and while it may happen one day, it won't be for quite some time. I am a benefits counselor. I enroll employees in benefits. Companies are starting to either not allow domestic partnerships or requiring employees to submit notarized documents basically stating you are married without the certificate. In Texas, those documents would stand up in court as a common law marriage, which requires a divorce. Men usually flip out about the sworn affidavit. These dudes do not want the marriage. Because if I wanted to leave, I could. Because marriage is really easy to get into, but really hard expensive to get out of. Divorces are no joke. Been with my other half for 15 years now. We are engaged, but I felt we had to do that to make him feel secure in the relationship. I have no desire to get married. The thought of having to stand in front of people and be the center of attention petrifies me. I think because I come from a broken family, I just don't see the point in marriage, whereas his parents were together until his mom passed away 8 years ago, and I think he wants the same for us. Because it's easier to one day leave than it is to divorce, and it costs nothing to walk away. Because marriage is just dating with extra paperwork and worse tax benefits. We're already happily committed, why ruin a good thing with government involvement? He's not who I could see myself marrying. Can someone give a non-religious reason as to why one should get married? No desire for it. I've been married previously, and so I'm conscious that it's all just bullshit and makes no difference to a relationship. My partner doesn't want to marry. He's not a commitment phobe but doesn't want legal ties, which is understandable. If I wanted to get married, I think he would, but neither of us do. This is a tricky one. And clearly there are quite opposing views on it. I guess the only thing that's needed is that you should be on the same page with your partner, regardless of whether you're for it or against it. None of us want to. That's simple. Been together 21 years and have a 12-year-old son. We've discussed it briefly, but for lack of a better term, none of us give a shit. We aren't religious, we don't have social pressures, our mortgage and son is the actual tangible commitment, and none of us want to pay a small fortune for what is essentially a party. I also very much dislike being the center of attention. A wedding sounds like an absolute fucking nightmare for me. Financial protection. CBF, but also don't really need to. Because in the country I live you used to get a marriage tax penalty, it was voted to end it recently. For some couples, commitment is about how they live together, not the label they put on it. Been married twice, very different personalities, but both of them completely changed after marriage. I don't want to be legally tied to someone who stopped functioning as a partner and have to pay to get out of it. 20 years, no marriage, no kids. Why would I want to? I get to choose to be with him every day, I'm not forced by the government. If I did marry, I'd take those vows seriously, and knowing I was stuck with someone till I die or they die is a shitty way to live. Been with my partner 8 years. My mom asks about the wedding every Christmas. I started telling her next year, in 2019, and now it's a tradition more sacred than any marriage could be. I don't view marriage at the pinnacle of love, but as the outdated and sexist tool of ownership transfer that it is.